Good morning, baseball fans. Welcome back to the channel. This video, we're going to be going over the Thursday, August 26th MLB games. We have 14 of them. A lot of games in action, of course, as most days out there. Not too many crazy things going on around the league, just the playoff races. We have a couple of series, of course, that aren't super duper exciting, but we're still going to talk about them because everyone plays games. They deserve a little bit of a highlight. We'll kick things off with the Orioles 13, Angels 1. And of course, the Orioles are now on a 2-game winning streak, which is going to very much counter that 19-game losing streak they were on. But they're beaten down on these Angels. Ohtani got things started in the top of the first with this one with a home run, his 41st of the season. He still possibly could get to 50. It's going to be a long stretch, but we could see him get there. But then the Orioles tied it up in the third and piled it on in the fifth and eighth inning to just open this game wide open. Severino had a 2-hit, 6 RBI night. He could very well been on the thumbnail this today. Mountcastle in there as well. Severino hit his 10th home run. Grand slam for him. But Orioles, I'm not going to give them too much thumbnail time yet. Akin goes 7, 106 Ks for an awesome outing. He's picking up his first win of the season, now 1-8, 7.26 ERA, still a little rough. Baria, 3.1, 102 strikeouts. In the loss for him, I guess he's not getting the loss. He went 3.1 innings. He's going to get the no decision. But there you have it. Orioles now on a 2-game winning streak. Yeah. Reds 5, Brewers 1. So at least the Reds were able to sneak one out from the Brewers in this series. It's been a tough series for the Reds. Their bullpen did not perform super well. But in this game, I guess they did, or they at least kept them low in there. Castellanos leading the way for his team with a home run, his 24th of the season. He's still batting a monster 320, 951 OPS. A lot of credit going there. India hits his 17th of the season as well, so Reds picking up a very key win while Urias hits the only solo shot for the Brewers. The only run they picked up, his 17th of the season. Sonny Gray had a nice outing, 6 innings pitched, no earned run, 6 Ks, picking up his 6th win and 6th loss on the season, so a lot of 6s in there. And Brett Anderson goes 4, 3 earned runs and 3 Ks. In the no decision, or in the loss, sorry, not the no decision. But we do see the bullpen come in for the Reds. A lot of the non-normal names coming in there that close the door. So we'll see how that goes forward for the Reds, of course. Next game up, White Sox 10, Blue Jays 7. And this was the 4th game of the set, and they end up splitting this series, which for the Blue Jays, they got to be pretty happy about it. But of course, with the way the Yankees are going, they can't be too excited with how they got to start picking up some games along the way, and they fell behind really early in this one. Quickly, it was 7-1 right away, and they didn't really look back. The Jays did come a little bit closer, but it was 9-2 at the time though, so it didn't matter too much. They only put up 5 in the 6th. Home runs, Semien had 2 on this night, hit 32 on the season, and that's basically it coming from the Jays side, whereas the White Sox, they went to town. Cesar Hernandez, his 21st. Robert, his 4th. Abreu, his 27th. And Jimenez hit another one, his 7th of the season. The 9th, it didn't really mean much, but Ryu definitely struggled against these White Sox, going 3.2, 7 earned runs and 4 Ks. Whereas Rondon goes 5, 200 runs, 3 Ks. Ryu just being the lefty out the other side. We, after seeing Ray really shut down the White Sox, but being lefty, Ryu comes in there and gets obliterated. We know the White Sox have been lefty mashers for quite a while, so it's rough to see that one. What's going on, guys? A couple guys in the chat. It's nice to see you guys. Ulan, Obtuse Juice. You guys are balling. Love you guys. Next game up, we got the Pirates 11, Cardinals 7. So the Pirates, pretty much, this might be it for the Cardinals. Losing to the Pirates, they probably were looking for a nice sweep coming in. I guess they probably have a 4-game set against the Pirates if they started things off on Thursday. They did get out quickly, 7 runs in the first 3 innings for the Cardinals, but the Pirates put up a couple early to keep it close enough. It was 7-3, and then in the 7th they just piled it on. 8 runs coming out of the Pirates side, and that was pretty much all she wrote. Moran hits 7th, Tsugo his 4th. Whereas the Cardinals have Arenado hitting his 26th and Sosa his 4th. Those, again, both coming early and then they didn't get anything out of that offense later in the game. Mike Mikolas goes 4.13 earned runs, 3 Ks, and Keller goes 5.1, giving up 7 earned runs in those 5 innings before they have to get the no decision. So it's pretty nice. He gets bailed out by his team. Moving along, we got Diamondbacks 8, Phillies 7, and the Phillies season is now below 500. And after everyone was on their high horse, the Phillies were really much top of the series. The wagon has just fallen. The wheels have fallen off. They're losing to the Diamondbacks now. This losing streak, and they're falling further and further behind these Braves. The Mets gave them the door open, and then they took it, and then it's fallen apart. Arizona pretty much was dominating this game 8-2 going late into the game. Phillies did put up 5 in the bottom of the 9th to make it super close, but not close enough. Nick Ahmad hits his 4th, Kelly his 10th, and Segura for the Phillies hits his 9th. Highlights here, Walker had a nice 4-hit night, not knocking any home, but they do find the win. Gallen goes 5, 0 earned run, 6K, so Diamondbacks are pretty happy to see Gallen back in the mix. He's had a couple of rough outings, of course. He hasn't had a full season, so I think they'll be excited to see what he can bring to them coming forward. Phillies, Moore goes 4 earned runs, and 2 Ks in the loss. Poor Phillies. Just a rough season for them. Giants 3, Mets 2, and what's this? The Mets have lost 11 of 13 against the Giants, against the Dodgers, and they've just completely fallen out. They're now 5 games below 500, and we just talked about the Phillies being below and falling behind the Braves, but this is even worse. Giants got out quickly. Bryant again getting it done for his team, a 2-run two-run home run. Coming off Carrasco early. The Mets did bring it close enough, but in the 8th inning, Giants took it away from them when Lugo blows the game. Carrasco goes 7, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks for the Mets. A good outing for Carrasco. We've seen his ERA be ballooned at 6.94, and Alex Wood goes 5.1, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks, and then we see the Giants bullpen just close the door completely. This Giants team, man, they're 650 winning average, and they have the Dodgers right on their tail. A lot of people commented yesterday on my prediction video saying the Giants are going to win it. I'm still not so sure. Indians 10, Rangers 6. Pretty much a series that doesn't mean a whole lot. In theory, I guess the Indians are still very much in the race. They're 1 game above 500. If they won 30 games in a row, they might have a playoff spot, but we all know that's not happening. But overall, their offense popped. Straw had his 4th, Zimmer his 6th, and Miller his 3rd. Like a bunch of these guys getting home runs. You see the core of their lineup, multiple hit night. They had 4 in the 1st inning and 4 more in the 4th after the Texas had tied it up. And they didn't really have to look back after that. Solak hits his 10th, and Peters his 6th for Texas. Lyles only goes 3.2, giving up 8 earned runs. He's 6-11 on the season. He has some nights where he looks really good, and then other nights it's just not so good, like this one. Hent Edges goes 4, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks. Again, Cleveland just kind of cruising along here now with some testing of some of their players, and Texas, we all know they weren't going to make it the whole season. Red Sox 12, Twins 2. So the Red Sox have definitely felt the heat of some of these teams chasing them as of late, and their offense really popped today. And led by Bobby Dahlback, of all people, the batter in the 9th hole, guy who arguably Boston's always been looking for that first baseman, and that's why they brought in Travis Shaw, and that's why they were really in the hunt for Rizzo. So he's been feeling the heat, the pressure all season long. He finally had a very big monster game, a 3 hits, 7 RBI night, enough to put him on the front page. Boston was at 4-0 early. Twins put up a couple, but the offense just came huge. Chris Sale was in this game, of course, making, I think, his 3rd start since coming back. He had an immaculate inning. He becomes the 2nd pitcher to throw 3 immaculate innings in MLB history, so that's a pretty big stat. Dahlbeck had 2 homers on this game. He's up to 16. Devers his 30th. He crossed the 30 mark. Nastidotle for the Twins hits his 7th. Gaunt, 4 innings pitched, 4 runs, 3 Ks, and Chris Sale goes 5.1, giving up a couple of runs off that home run and 8 strikeouts. So Pretty exciting with Chris Sale back. Boston's got to be pretty happy with how things are going compared to before. Marlins 7, Nationals 5. Again, another series that doesn't mean a whole lot. Just battle the basements. Basically, they have the same record. Washington a little bit ahead, but the Marlins are catching up. They got it 6-0 early and didn't really have to look back. Came as close as 7-3. In the middle parts of the game, Washington had a couple innocent runs late in that ninth, but that's basically all she wrote. Juan Soto hits his 21st, and we have some home runs coming to the Marlins side, which we don't say too often. Alfaro hits his 4th, and Rojas his 7th. A couple early home runs coming off Corbin, who went 6 earned runs, 3 Ks. And Hernandez for them went 5, 104 Ks. So nice win for him. Picks up his first win of the season. 3.63 ERA. Not a whole lot else to talk about with these guys. These next 3 games, all big playoff implications. Dodgers 4, Padres 0. And Max Scherzer is showing his worth at the trade deadline for the Dodgers, just being lights out, shutting out the Padres over his game. Padres still not getting their offense going. They've been pretty widely shut out by the Dodgers this series and not looking good for their playoff chances since he did pick up a game by winning. Austin Barnes is his 5th home run of the season off Darvish, a 2-run shot coming in that 3rd inning. They got the thing scoring going, and they just added a couple of runs through there. Scherzer goes 7.2, no earned run, 10 Ks. Just what the Dodgers need. Another ace that can put up quality starts after quality starts. And Darvish, 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 6 Ks in the loss. He's now 7-8 on the season. Not what the Padres were hoping to get out of Darvish. Yankees 7, Athletics 6, and after blowing a 6-0 lead to Oakland, the Yankees do score in the 9th inning to be able to get out of this. Luckily for them, there was a lot of barking at umpires in this one early. Gallo getting into it, the manager Boone getting kicked out, all that fun stuff. Stanton does his 23rd, Gardner his 6th, and Gallo his 30th, coming in the 2nd and 3rd innings before Oakland comes in there. Chapman hits his 20th. Murphy his 15th, and Harrison's involved too, getting a solo shot in that 5th inning, his 8th of the season. Taillon goes 3.2, 5 earned runs, 4 Ks, and Kapralainen 5, 6 earned runs, 5 Ks. Both these starters getting beat around, but they're both let off the hook, and we see Chapman come in late in the game for his 24th save of the season. The Yankees now up to 12-game winning streak. And I think it's the the longest win streak they've had since like 1963 or something. I know the year is wrong, but it's been a long time. Long story short. Last game of the night, Royals 6, Mariners 4. And the Mariners were out 4-0 halfway through this game before giving up a huge 5-run 6th inning. Led by Salvador Perez, who hits a grand slam, his 35th of the season. That guy has just been crushing. If the Royals were any more in that conversation, we would be talking possible MVP with him. He's been awesome. Kyle Seager hits his 30th, Fraley his 9th. Seattle misses a chance to move up a little bit in the standing. They're falling back on the wildcard race as both wildcard teams win. Houston's not in action, at least for them. That's probably their best road to playoffs at this point. The way things are shaping up is possibly in the division. Kikuchi goes 5, 4 earned runs and 3 Ks in the loss. And Keller, 4.1, 2 earned runs and 3 Ks. No decision, of course, going only 4.1. But again, a good win for Kansas. Just playing spoiler against a team that is in the race for some old, odd reason. All right, Obtuse Juice, you've been going strong here. I really appreciate it, man. If there is a time for a team to make a run on the Braves, it's now. They have the Giants and Dodgers this week. Yeah, I was kind of looking at that because I saw the stat that the Mets had just got beat up by those two teams. So I didn't really recall the Braves playing the Giants or Dodgers yet. So it's a good point. But let's be honest, like, who is really going to be able to make a run at the Braves at this point? I have no faith in the Phillies the way they've played, and I don't really have any faith in the Mets. So I think they're pretty secure in my mind. Giants in my predictions. Let's hope. Oh, you're crazy. I've been getting poked at all season long for not picking the Giants. I still am thinking the Dodgers can hold it. I just think they're too good and they're hot. And sure enough, the Giants are too. So I'm gonna probably eat those words. Since coming back, Sale has had 10, 6, and 12 runs of run support. sometimes I think with these teams, just having a solid pitcher on the mound lets you kind of relax a little bit, and maybe their offense is popping. But we all know Boston has put up offense after offense all season long too at certain points. Dude, I swiped Perez in a late round of my fantasy team because I needed a catcher, and a great decision. Yeah, man. Salvador Perez, got to give that man some credit. He is up there in the home run race, and a very good reason why he was in that home run derby for sure. And it's one of those things. It's like Kansas City, they're a lowly team. You don't really talk about their good players. You don't hear people. They don't really hit the mainstream. Perez, of course, likely Hall of Fame candidate when his career said and done. The guy's been amazing all his career. But like people like Whit Merrifield never really get a lot of credit either. He probably would if he was on a big market team. But here we are. That's why we're repping the Royals today. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We had 14 games, guys. It was awesome. This weekend is going to get things kicking off for sure. I'm going to hopefully do a video of breaking down the wildcard races as requested by one of our subs. And yeah, we've got power rankings, of course, coming out on Sunday. 1 month pretty much left in the season. Let me know what you guys think is going to go down. Any hot takes or anything like that. It'd be fun to see. Otherwise, we'll see you guys for that next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.